Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's its next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Is Bitcoin about to take off from this head and shoulders pattern and head all the way up to create new highs? We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode, and we're gonna figure out how to trade this thing, because Bitcoin, once it breaks out, right, we should see 70K very soon. I know, right? We got a little bit of a pullback once we broke out from the 60K, but I think this time, once we break, it's off to the races, man. Off to the races. So if you want to trade, if you're interested in learning how to trade that, right, stick around, because we're going to talk about that and more in today's show. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy, and I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
I hope they're in the pipe 5 by 5. Right?
Not like me, in the office 9 to 5.
Yes, exactly. We're working 9 to 5, trying to get you guys all the information you need, right, so that you can manage this cryptocurrency market, which lots of fun, because we're having all kinds of fun, because everybody loves the bull market, right? It's all about, making money because you hit the buy button. Really, that's all you do.
Everybody loves easy money.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, sometimes, right, if you get a high enough leverage, right, if you want too high of a leverage, you get liquidated. But if you make a sensible leverage, right, you can hold on for a little while and watch your assets grow, right? So it's definitely a time to celebrate, right? Because as Bitcoin gets more and more popular, more and more people come in, because it's an obvious win. It's so obvious to use it as money. It's not funny, and it's as more people see that, it's just gonna grow even more. So I'm excited, and and we could because of that, we always look for opportunities to find out how we could grow. We can make more money, more Bitcoin, not more money, more Bitcoin, right? Because dollars, who cares about that, right? Because they're just gonna print that into infinity and give it away to the rich people, right? And you don't want to slave for those dollars, right? You want to work hard for Bitcoin because they're limited supply, right, Inti?
Yes, sir.
All right, so before we get into the charts, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes, as always, people, it's worth reminding you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. Let's head over back. Let's go over, before we go to the charts, I want to go over some of the comments here, right? Excellent comments. Thank you very much, right? Glad I found your channel. Cheers. Love your content every day, right? You guys are great. Thanks for the videos, right? Thank you very much. But what I really like is, people winning on the little old lady strategy, right? They get it in half on a double, and if you want to do that, right? Because they're not just selling half on a double into dollars. No, we don't believe in that, right, Inti?
No.
What do we believe in selling our half on a double into? What
On Bitcoin.
Of course. Because we want more Bitcoins, right? So, and if you want to learn how to do the little lady strategy, it's absolutely free, right? You just head over to davincicodes.net/videos. You log in. They're kind of old, but they still work, and a lot of people are making money from that. All right. Well, as you can see, there's a clear head and shoulders pattern, right, on Bitcoin, and right, the target is clear, right? We're gonna take a 2 to 1, right? A risk to reward ratio from I would say from the breakout W right here, right? Just to make it safe, right? And you take a 2 to 1 from that. Here, let me just make that. From here, you see 1 to 1. Actually, that's a measured move, right? If you make a measured move, it makes it a little bit safer. You can take the profits at this level, and just in case it rolls back a little bit, right? You just walk away with your profits, right? Now, unfortunately, it keeps like trying to say, yeah, I'm breaking out, and no, I'm not breaking out. Breaking out, no. It's really being nasty here, early this morning. So, yeah, to trade this, right, you have to like set your stops, right? Maybe set it at I would say get your entry right about here, right there on the breakout, wherever the breakout is. And if you do that, right, you set the set it to right here, and then the 1-to-1 ratio would be a little bit higher. So that's why I would like to make sure that you bring it down to this level here and do a 2-to-1 from there. So your stop loss should be right about here, right? If you wait for the breakout, if you're waiting for the breakout, basically. Really difficult, right? It's really being difficult with its breaking out here. So yeah, I would just suggest you just take the trade at the entry point, whatever entry point you want, and you know, stop loss it at right about at $57,800 approximately. And yeah, just you know, not every trade is a winner, right? You just have to accept the losses and make sure that those losses are very tiny, right? And so that you could be here again tomorrow, right? The key to the game, the key to trading, is to not go, I'm all in, right? I'm going to bet this thing to the farm and wait it go to the moon and back. No, don't do that. All right, so now if you want to trade this thing up to 70K, right? Right, you could take this trade, right? And then you could also, you can see that we have, here, look at this trade, look at this thing. We have multiple bounces off of this trend line. In fact, I bet you if we go back far enough, this trend line has, hang on, oops, let me just organize this a little bit better. There we go. Yes, this trend line goes back way back, right? And you know what? Actually, look at this. I bet you we could do another trend line. Let's see here. I bet you any money we could do another trend line from here. Look at that. Look at that. This one's even better. Look at that. This one has a force of 1,000 candles, man. Look, that's a much better trend line. So what you can do, right, is if you were going to do a smarter, lower leverage trade, right, you could always jump in on the on this what's it called, head and shoulders pattern, right, on a low, extremely low leverage, right, and with a small amount of money, not 5%, maybe like 1% of your money. And then if price action were to come back down, right, and break down, right, you're going to add, right, all the way down up to this level, and then, you know, wherever this thing trades down to, you'd add up. So for example, as this thing gets higher, you keep adding up to here, and then what you could do is take a stop loss at something way lower than the trend line. So here we go. Right here would be your stop loss, because it would be a lot of work for them to close and break you out, do a stop run at this level here, at the 54,000 at this point. So this would be your stop loss on a low leverage trade. And then you take that low leverage trade all the way up, right? All the way up to the 70K, right? Because we're heading there. One way or another, we're heading there. Right? So there you go. There's your trade, 70K trade for the day. What do you think, NT? You got your voice, your sound muted. So.
Oopsies. I think it's realistic as long as you keep it like low risk, right? And you look like how would I call it? Like anticipate the fact that the market is going to turn against you, so you can adapt your strategy in real time.
Exactly, and make sure that the maximum that you get in, right? To make sure the maximum that you do lose at if you do come if price action comes down here is for to be 5% maximum, maximum, maximum. So yeah, don't worry about. Oh, some people would think, well, Mr. D, man, if I take that trade, I'm not going to make a whole lot of money. Yeah, and you're not going to lose a whole lot of money either. so,
That's the key.
That's the key, right? Right. So don't worry about it, right? So because you know what, you don't win. You don't win this market overnight, right? It's slow it's bit by bit, slowly. All right, step by step. You don't go all in. Try to make this one. Try to make the one winner, get the one big winner, and go. Oh well, I'm gonna bet it all on black. No, don't do that. That's deadly, right? That's how you. You leave wrecked, right? And we don't want people who get wrecked, right? We want people who make money. All right, and so yeah, day trading is really hard, or swing trading, right? Really difficult, as you can see. There's a lot of like scam wicks to wipe you out, right? I saw this, Hail Mary, and I missed it. I totally missed it, right? I wanted to get into the Hail Mary, I never got a chance to get into it. You can see that the market pumped up here, and then it tried to break down through this trend line. It loves to do that. It loves to do this in Ethereum. It likes to fake you out, thing. Yeah, we're going down. We're going down, dude. We're going down. You need to get out. You need to get out. And then all of a sudden, no. Oh, did I say we were going down? Right? The market price structure tells you. Did I say it was going down? I didn't really mean that. It's so nasty. But you can see there is a larger market structure here that indicates that Ethereum, once it breaks, right? Because you can see it's not the greatest of W's, but it is a W here, right? But once it breaks, right? What do you think, Inti? Is that a good enough W? Right there.
Which one?
Let me just draw it again because I
draw it for me, please. It's not confirmed yet. It's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, of course, but it looks like it's good. Yeah,
it's good enough. It's definitely good enough.
So, right, once we break that level, right, and here, let me just wipe this out. Right, you can see that it did. That's a good one, and then but you see how it wiped us all out right here with this W. Like this W, right here, was a breakout, and like, yeah, we're going, and no. You were like, stop lost. And you have to just let it go and go, okay, fine. And if you set your bets to the same amount, right, every single time, right, you can see that the next time, let's just say this is the time that this W works out for you, right? This bet, the one that you lost, right, you'll be up on the one that you win, because this thing is going to probably work out than the other one. Probably has a higher probability than this one, the other one that failed on you. So you have to keep, when you're trading, right, you have to understand that you're going to take losses, right? And as long as you always do a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, right? Make sure that your risk to reward ratio is always 2-to-1. Oops, that's a short. Then over time you'll be in profit, even if you're only right 55% of the time. You'll always be in profit, and you'll never be right 100% of the time. Don't try to be. Never try to be right 100% of the time. That's a waste of time. There we go. There's the 1.0. Good enough. And then I'm going to take this to 2. So yeah, it's pretty brutal. Once we it's a big percentage. Oh, it's not that bad. It's like 3.2%. I thought it was higher. 3.6%. Sorry, 3.62%. And so there you go. There's your 2-to-1, which takes Ethereum all the way up to an all-time high. Now keep in mind, That's not an all-time high actually, because it's a little bit higher, isn't it? Yeah, the all-time high is a little bit higher. So also, because it takes it to a new swing high, right? You could probably let this winner run, most likely, because we're gonna break this, and if we do, you might as well, maybe take a little bit off the table and let this thing run, right? Once it does finally go, yeah. Because there's no guarantees that this trade will work, right? No guarantees of that. But there's a higher probability now that you can see that they've tried to stop run us, and there's a lot of traffic. You can see there's a lot of traffic now in this area here. Let me just bring down this square. There's a lot of traffic in this area here. The market does not want it to go down below that area, so that's where they're going to hold the line. And you can see it's all over there. You can see all the traffic as they try to break down. It's like nope, 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 nope. So if they try again, then yeah, it's pretty much probably going to get broken. So keep that in mind, because there's just way too much testing here for it to be tested once again and hold again. So we will see. We will see. Time will tell, but I think this time Ethereum is ready to get rock and roll. Rock and roll! Oh, man, the dominance, man. Just, like, not giving us any kind of break, but that's all right. The time will come. It will come. And why will it come? Well, it's because the altcoins, right? The altcoins, you might say, well, dude, most of these altcoins are not really good. They don't have like a solid future. And even if they do have a solid future, it's way out into the future, right? So why should people buy them? Well, it's really simple, right? They feel like they missed out on Bitcoin. They feel the unit bias is so heavy in human psychology that it can't be helped. So what does that mean? It means that if I don't want 1/100th of an apple. Do you want to eat just 1/100th of an apple, NT?
Nope, I want the whole apple.
Yeah, you do. You want the whole apple. You don't want to have 1/2 of a screw. No, nope. You want the whole screw, right? It doesn't make any sense. Right? So unit bias, right, is like ingrained in us, right? Even though when it comes to price action for Bitcoin, it really doesn't matter. You can have, because it's all fungible. Our mind works on a non-fungible basis when it comes to things that we own, right? So effectively, people will prefer to buy 1 million Dogecoins, right? Than to have 0.00001 Bitcoin, right? Just makes sense for them. And so that's what's happening. That's what you're going to see when this thing falls to the floor. We're going to see absolute pandemonium as people completely. Whoops, let me just get there. As people completely lose their minds, and this thing goes breaking down, and they're buying up all the altcoins. It's coming. There's no way around it. No matter how much Tonebase hates altcoins, like Ethereum and Dash and Cardano, it doesn't matter. People are going to buy them. They're going to buy them just as much as they're buying Nifty coins, NFTs. All right. With that said, if you want to trade all this, right? You can trade on, of course, on Bybit, right? By heading over to bybit.davincij15.com, and also Bybit now just added a lot of new USDT pairs, right? So if you want to do that, you can trade Cardano, Tezos, Polkadot, Uniswap. Of course, keep in mind these are USDT pairs. What that means is that you will be paid in USDT when you win. So you might want to take some of those winnings and move them over to the hardest currency in the world, which is Bitcoin. so don't hold the USDT too long, or else it'll turn to dust as time goes on. Alrighty. Also, today's the last day for the Pandora's Wallet sale, right? We've gotten a lot of people coming in, right? This is going to be costing you a lot more, right, after today. So make sure that you get in and purchase your Pandora's Wallet today before the prices go higher. And they're going to be higher for a while because I'm going to be holding them high, right, are all of April. So this will be the last sale, right, until maybe sometime in May. All right, so make sure that you get in before that happens, right? And I'm serious. There's not going to be another sale for that, for Pandora's Wallet for until sometime until May, till April. Maybe I'll extend the sale. Maybe I'll extend it through the weekend, but no guarantees. But other than that, after it closes, that's it. So make sure that you get in before the sale ends. Right, and then you'll get access to, with that, you'll get access to my portfolio, tips and tricks on the little lady, and also what I'm trading as well, and also be part of this live show, and be able to ask me questions at the end, right? Because Inti's looking in the chat room for any kind of questions that people have as I do the live show. Okay. All right, and of course, if you want to watch this for cheaper, because it's the Pandora's Wallet subscription is a little expensive, you can also purchase a DJ15 token by heading over to DaVinciJ15.com, or you can also watch it for free on Twitch if you're Twitchite. All right. Visa anticipates cryptocurrency will be extremely mainstream, working to allow Bitcoin to be used at 70 million stores. Yeah. I wonder what gave them that idea, that Bitcoin will be mainstream, right? I think maybe this poll that says, Harris data poll shows that 1 in 10 Americans uses the stimulus check to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Maybe that might help them. That might help them think, maybe we should get some of that. And so, we're going to see a lot of money being pumped in, pushing Bitcoin to that 70K in a very short amount of time. Maybe 10% of 190 billion, maybe $200 billion of stimulus checks are going to come into Bitcoin in the next little while. That's a nice move for Bitcoin. Nice move. Right? So looking forward to that. I hope you are as well. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for watching, right? Thank you for participating in today's video, right? We're going to be going on to the question and answer period, right, of the show, right? So make sure next time if you want to be a part of that, you've got to subscribe to DaVinciJ15.com or Pandora's Wallet to do so. Or purchase the DJ15 token, right? And remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers, people.
Bye.